Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Like 20. 42 the mic.
First carry for James Conner. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the curl. Say. Kill.
Right back to Conner here on 1st. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Like 5. 50. Eat. I'm coming after you. Small. 55. Check. 55. Mike. We own them. Black and red.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the slant. Mike 42. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared. 8. Mike 42. Check. Mike 42. Watch QB drop.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And an alley to run. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Bengals 7, Steelers nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Strip that ball.
They start with a give to counter, and he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
44. Hey, try 7.
Now Ben going to give this one to counter. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
White 80. Easy. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Hey, Haywood. 55 is my guy, 55. All day. Hey, check Mike. Watch 55. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Shift.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Second down, McKinnon. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. From the gun, Love. And he's going to go down again. T.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now
and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. General, West. Check 43. Undercrush, lock it. Undercrush, dog. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
From the gun, they will run McKinnon. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Love. It's caught, Jones. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Steelers' 39-yard line.
Set, ready. 10-2, son. Man left, man left. Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Bravo. Check 55, come on. Check 51, go on. Here I come. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Shift, shift. And go.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. He's going to air it out deep for... And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 88 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Swing, pilot, 64, weak.
On 1st down, Love. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's McKinnon. And an alley to run. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Switch, switch, switch. You go tight. You got tight. You kill, 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 kill. Ready.
Looking to throw. Love. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down, Bengals.
Set. 60 outlaw. I'm coming for you. Set for you. Scene 6. Mike 55. Hey, eat. There you go.
From the gun, Love. And that's complete. It's Green here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
17 yards.
Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
Switch gears. You're out. Orbit. Hut.
On first and 10, Love. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead is now 21-14.
Bengals 21, Steelers 14. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm coming.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
55, Mike, guys, 55. Get your swerve on. Hey, check Mike. Watching you 5. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and the Bengals grab it. And now off to the races, down the right side. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle them up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sip through.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Here's Roethlisberger. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They go draw play. This is Samuels. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll lead the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Not today. 50. Mike 55. I got one. Check 3. Check.
Hey, exit. See 2.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Off play action. Love. He'll buy some time right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. So they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. They'll have a first down past the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Like 80, Jack 16.
I'm here all day. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. 24. Let's make these babies. Hey, wahoo!
Hey, watch it, watch it. Big Ed, big Ed, big Ed.
Now Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
A 7-yard loss. Brings up 3rd down.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Out to the right, here's McKinnon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let him know, 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Crunch. Jet, jet, jet.
On first down, McKinnon again. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Rip right, rip right. Nice 7, let's go. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch the screen. Pass. 55's Mike, guys, 55. Let's go, let's get this ball.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
57's the mark. Watch 57. Bound to lose one.
Operating from the gun. Love. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Back. He's coming. Double up. Alert. He's coming. Double up.
No spacing.
Mike.
Hey, Echo.
You ain't going nowhere.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
942.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, Foxtrot.
Tackles.
47.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Let's go.
This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Kill.
Okay, alert. Bravo. Mike 55, Mike 55.
They start the drive with Connor. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
At the 30-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
What's the ball? 5.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. It's a party now. It's a party.
Roethlisberger will throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 50.
Snickers. Hey, orbit. 22 jet bomber. Easy.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Silver.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
You better be afraid of me. Hey, seam 6.
42. Mike's 42.
77.
We got to step it up.
Hey.
Mike 42. Watch the out.
Hey, zoom.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This is taken at the 15. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Avonte Maddox, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Black 20.
Two times. We got 4.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. Black 5.
All you get is a headache. Slam.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Hey, they're scared.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Check 42's the mic. Check 42's the mic.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Smooth. 42, Mike 42. Switch up, switch up. Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Connor. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Easy, easy. Quarter.
Shit.
Roethlisberger. This is caught, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead will be cut down at 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Being checked. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Check.
Back to throw. Love. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On first down, McKinnon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. Recon, 132 fight. Check 49. Jim, come on. Jim. Let's go.
Second and 10. Open man is Ross, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now the Bengals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They run it with McKinnon, and he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first.
Let's go.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Escaping the pressure right, and that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Here's Conner on first down going nowhere as he's going to be stacked up behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger going top shot, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
The 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Exit. 57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. Time to go. Night. 57. Mike, 57. Hard. Don't get nervous now. We ain't been getting ready.
Looking to throw. Love. He's got Green. That one a first down pickup of 8. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. McKinnon. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Right there. All day, baby.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run once more with McKinnon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 16-yard line. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 16-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. You tighten up, Charlie. 55. Mike, 55. Dog. He's coming. We got double up. Showing it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Check three, check three, check three, check four.
Now McKinnon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays.
What? Watch the twist. Get on.
Here again is McKinnon. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Mike 55, Mike 55. Let's go.
From the gun, Love steps away to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
No. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Yes! '57's Mike. Grace don't travel. Team, we got to get to the ball. Let's keep it.
Now a give. This is McKinnon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. You must be dreaming.
Operating from the gun. Love. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bengals, it was a great all-around performance as they...
Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in